And your brain doesn't turn off because you're running or because you're on holidays. Your brain continues to work. And I've got to admit, I've had some great ideas that have come to me while I've been either doing something else, completely away from work, or indeed, running on the pavement. And those ideas can often be the very best ones you ever have.
As I was a budding epidemiologist and learning my trade as a researcher, I had great opportunities to meet with some mentors who taught me how to ask a question, how to think rigorously about how to answer it.
We might think about the brain as just registering our experience of the world around us, when in fact it's really involved with creating. There's a process that it creates our experience. Some of the most fascinating things about my research are the insights that we're actually getting into what we would call normal brain function, about how all of us operate.
Yeah, my research program is predominantly focusing on helping families optimise their child's development. We have 25 to 30% of children are overweight or obese, 70% of men in Australia are overweight or obese.
Hello, I'm John Aitken. I'm Pro Vice Chancellor of Health and Medicine at the University of Newcastle. But I also run a very large research group looking at reproductive science.
In New South Wales there have been over 1,000 fatalities and over 35,000 serious injuries. With our research we want to make our contribution to decrease the number of fatalities. As we might all agree, one fatality is one fatality too much, as it strongly will affect the families and also the wider community. In this project we were looking at roadside barrier systems and way to improve them. How can we make them safer? How we have less injuries when we do have an accident? We weren't really able to do a full-blown test using a car and crashing it into the barrier.
I'm Richard Fletcher, Principal Investigator for SMS for Dads. This project came about out of a realisation that if we want to talk to dads, it's no good trying to get them in to somewhere, a clinic or a meeting or a parent group. Around the time of the birth, they're very busy.
Hi, I'm Anna. Here we are at the University of Newcastle in the library, where there's great spaces to study, lots of friendly faces everywhere, great facilities and good place to focus. I'll see you around campus.
I like the postcode room because it's got swipe in, swipe out access. There's a lot of facilities there like the group study room and lockers that I'm capable of using. I find that the hours that I spend away from home are the hours that I have away from my girls, so it's important to me that I'm productive while I'm here.
How's the night going for you? Oh, it's fantastic, Moz. It's been an unbelievable night. The support from the community is just ridiculous.
Because it shifts ground, it makes you see these materials differently. So I guess for us talking about that today, my hope is to sort of draw a little bit more information out of Brad. I want to talk about violence in this show.
This is one very massive warehouse. I needed to store one of my large works, and I talked to the owner, Dave Saddington. And
so how I got started was actually with dance. I fell in love with my culture from a very young age.
Hi, I'm Jessie England. I'm the director of The Lockup.
We wanted this show to be about. We want it to be about an Aboriginal perspective, just looking at the beauty of cultural knowledges and beautiful practices.
It's really not that hard to partner with the Lockup and Showreel on this event. They have been such passionate and, inspiring people. So from a Wallatuka perspective, we think it's important that we are here to support people like Showreel, who are doing wonderful things for our community and for our culture.
So what do you think overall this project is about?
So this project is about engaging women, local Aboriginal women, into a traditional practice in a contemporary sense.
And I kind of thought in the back of my mind, is that something that other Aboriginal women in my age group is looking for? Or am I just imagining this? But what I found is that, everybody was saying the same things. It's so wonderful to be a part of something bigger, to create a sisterhood. Yeah. Today we're working with Yeren, the Aboriginal Health Service on the Central Coast. They've got a 2-day off-site. They've asked us to come in to provide some cultural team building activities, cultural education and cultural immersion.
It's really critical that staff have the opportunity to fill their cups up culturally.
Probably the things I'll take out of today will be the teamwork with just the cultural activities. It's really good communication.
This morning I have learnt so much and I'm going to take it back to my clinic, and it's just going to empower a whole lot of people in our organisation.
They'll actually walk away with a couple of public artworks that Yeren will own that has been made by the staff at Yeren, which is great.
I absolutely recommend it. It's been everything we'd hoped for, and we're really pleased that we chose to do this.